It is July 22nd, 2021. I'm Andy, and this is the Minorcan Mullet Report from the Golden Ray Rec site in the St.simons Sound. And it was a day today of strange cuts and crazy catches. Now, we got a little bit to cover here today, so we're going to get right into it. Got out on the water today. First boat we come up on is the Coast Guard out of Brunswick. They were out with the helicopter today doing training. We brought you guys some video of that on an earlier episode, but they were out doing that today. And once we got out to the site, we noticed part of the environmental barrier had been pulled over to the Weeks 291 barge. This is that barge they use a lot for their environmental going-ons, if you will. And the barrier was pulled over there, part of it. We've seen this before, it'll be pulled up to be serviced or maintained. But something we noticed. And then, of course, they were cutting today. Big news, the clock's now running. Strike up the band. We had some cutting actually taking place out at the site today. Began cutting on Section 6 very early in the day. So for those of you who are participating, and if you haven't, go to the community tab on the channel page and take a look, and you'll see where we have gotten a poll there. Let us know what you think on the length of time it's going to take to complete the cut. But here we got some video, and we sped it up so you guys can actually see the blocks moving back and forth. It's a pretty slow process, but what we really want you guys to concentrate on here is watch the VB as it shifts back and forth over the wreck site when they change direction on the cut. And then also you can see those spreader bars up there, those support bars where the ship is actually attached. You can see those guys swaying up there when we sped this video up. Something that we've seen the VB moving a bit before, but not quite like this. It's really moving around quite a bit out there, and just something we thought was really, really neat and wanted to bring it to you and just kind of sped it up so you can see and understand how that VB is. It's kind of shifting around and moving around right now as this cut is underway on Section 6. We got a little audio here, so we're going to be quiet for just a little bit for you guys that want to listen. Now, we had aboard with us today Alex Marvar. She is a journalist with the Bitter Southern magazine, and part of this, having her on board, was to go back over to Brunswick, kind of show her around over there. And, you get over there and you notice some things, and here's part of a strange cut. This is a section of the deck that's kind of hanging out, Section 3, and something we noticed today, but you can see where the chain started down this piece and started ripping and cutting in it. And then we can see where the metal got really thick, where there was some reinforcement in there. And maybe this was a problem area, but it's obvious that the cut stopped right here. And either the chain was moved, separated, or it broke maybe broke through the deck. I don't, but it was just a very odd looking piece here where we can see that the chain actually engaged this piece and then stopped. Well, the claw was back in action at the site when we made a return trip. On our trip back from the port, we said, let's stop back by the ship, take another quick glimpse and see what's going on. We could see that the claw was in action and wanted to get a little more of this video for you guys, and it was quite the treat. Of course, you know, seeing the claw go down and expecting to see vehicles come up, which is typically what we see, that or pieces of the deck of the ship coming up. But while all this is going on today, and we're watching this, of course, it's always fun to kind of just watch the operator with this crane putting the claw down, bringing up these pieces and putting them on the barge. And you don't know really, you know, what's he going to get this time? What's it going to be? That kind of thing. It's pretty enjoyable to kind of watch. But while this is going on and he's swinging these pieces over, we'll see him go down and he pulls up something I just didn't expect to see. I did not expect to see this at all. And this is the crazy catch that we saw today. And it was a piece of chain. It looks like some of the cutting chain. So, yeah, we're gonna let this kind of play out here so you guys can kind of take this in with us while it happened. It was just an interesting sight today out right in front of the wreck.
Hey guys, Captain Andy here, Minorcan Navy. We're witnessing something kind of crazy out here at the site today. We're watching the claw. I've got Alex Marvar on here with me, and she is a journalist. She writes for a magazine called The Bitter Southerner. She's made the trip out with me. Got back over by the site to take a look. The claw was in action. They pulled a piece up and dropped it, went back down, and now we're seeing this. And Alex is the one that picked it up. She said they've got a chain. So we're wondering now: is this chain that we're seeing is this possibly a chain that broke early on in the operation and one that they couldn't get a hold of, and maybe they replaced underneath the ship? Is that what we're seeing here? But like Alex has alluded to, it seems to be taut, and it seems to really have some weight on the end of it here. Maybe that's because it's buried in the sand. Maybe it's down there and the sand has shifted over it. Because yeah, in that position, that would have been in the position of the ship at one point. Because there were 3 sections out there that have been closed. This is very interesting what we're seeing here right now on the Minorcan Mullet. You see this crane operator, he's been kind of working this thing back and forth, adding tension to it, kind of swinging with it. And it looks like maybe it's gotten one side of the chain kind of free. It looks like it's kind of swinging free one side of it, and one side still remains pretty taut. Don't drop it. It's got to be barely hanging on in that claw. But he's got it. He's swinging it over. Looks like it's headed over the barge with it now. This is crazy. Hey, Minorcan Navy, Captain Andy coming at you from the Minorcan Mullet. You know, got out today and we saw some things that we were able to share with you that are surprises, and that's kind of the neat thing about being part of this process with you and kind of bringing the story to you. We never know what we're going to see, and today we got some pretty neat footage. Seeing that chain come up was pretty exciting. Glad you were able to be there with us and experience that as well. We got excited about it, and I hope you guys did as well. Hey, thanks for joining us. We're going to ask you, if you're watching the show maybe for the first time, go ahead and click on that subscribe button right now. Hit that link. We're not going to charge you anything for it. It's free. And after you've done that, hit that thumbs up. That helps us in the long run, and we hope you'll take a little minute out of your time to go ahead and hit that for us. And then, hey, send us comments. We love engaging you guys in comments and being able to see what you guys think. And most of all, we want you guys to stay safe out there.